Welcome back to Scorching Hot Reacts. We're here inside my bedroom and I'm super excited for this one. My favourite artist of all time, Tame Impala, has just released his third single for his upcoming album, Deadbeat, and today we're going to be listening to Dracula.
Dracula.
So, without further ado, let's get straight into this. Very much Halloween vibes off the intro. Not anymore.
Kind of a bit though, it's like a TikTok. Haunted House Club. What?
Yeah, facts. I will just say, I can already tell by the vibes, it's going to be maybe a bit more of like your typical pop song.
Yeah.
However, with him being my favourite artist, there's always something with his music, the production, and his voice that will always resonate with me. So even if this isn't my favourite Tame Impala song of all time, I know I'm just going to be listening to this.
It still might be. There is still...
Oh, no, I know. I'm just saying, I can already guess that this isn't going to be Let It Happen or something.
Yeah.
But I know that I'm still going to be listening to it and enjoying it. I've been enjoying the first two singles, despite the mixed reviews of them so far. I've really enjoyed them.
Makes me feel like Dracula. In the end, I hope it's you and me.
This is so beach bar vibes. It's not even Halloween anymore.
What was that? What did it say?
He said something about Kevin just getting in the car and then right here went, Kevin!
I didn't even hear that for a little minion feature.
Kevin.
Oh, that extra bass. This might be the most catchy of the first three singles. I feel like this chorus is just going to be living in my head rent free.
Yeah, probably.
Like already, it's just like it's already seeping into my skin. I can just feel myself singing it along.
It's not my favourite so far. I'm still vibing, but I have a feeling this one's going to be massive.
I feel like it's designed to be. It also gives me vibes of like when he works with like Dua Lipa. I feel like this was maybe recorded around a similar time. I think he said in an interview that I just saw that this is the one that he's worked on for the longest, or was like the first he made for the album. Which could have been around a similar time. It gives me like Houdini vibes a little bit. As much as it is catchy and feels like it should be massive, it doesn't feel like, it still feels like him. It doesn't feel like just churned out.
No, it still feels very considered. Elevator music.
I'll listen to this in every elevator. Just before we get into the final stretch, I love how he comes in on that half drop there. That's real cool.
Yeah.
Like that just gives that final. I think this is probably going to be the final chorus.
Yeah,
gives it that final punch. I really like it when songs do that.
I feel like my favourite thing standing out to me at the minute is just the bass is so rich.
It's very well produced. I mean, all Kevin's
thick
stuff is often very well produced, but I feel like as well, it kind of a little bit of an interesting structure to it. I thought it maybe was going to be your kind of typical pop structure. But we kind of had an interesting little build there.
Yeah.
Nothing like mind-blowing, but it's them little intricacies that I feel like over time with repeat listens I'm going to appreciate more. And it's gonna be what sets it aside to other musicians working in this lane.
And it still shows that as much as it's maybe a more poppy sound than usual, it's still Kevin in top form.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Wow.
It's definitely already. It's not my favourite Tame Impala song of all time. It's definitely not his best. But I feel like people get so hung up on the fact that he's not making music like he was 15 years ago with Inner Speaker and Lonerism. He's still making some very enjoyable, groovy, fun, and at times boundary-pushing pop music.
Yeah.
I don't think that was the most boundary-pushing, but something like End of Summer, it's kind of, I think people get too hung up on, is it acid house? Is it like just a Tame Impala song? Like people get so bothered about like what label it is. It kind of operates within all of these. It's not the most extreme acid house song you'll ever hear. This isn't the most extreme pop song you'll ever hear, but it's kind of Tame Impala working his own element, or working in his own element of the genre. And I feel like that's why it's still really enjoyable, and you still get a lot of value out of it.
I do think as well, I think out of the first 3 singles, obviously, End of Summer, Loser, Dracula is probably my least favourite. However, I do think, in terms of the album context, because there is songs like End of Summer on there, which are... It's a long song, and it's just a bit of a statement within an album. Having a very digestible, just over 3-minute pop song in there is absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
You need that. You couldn't have whatever this album's going to be like when it comes out. It couldn't all be End of Summer. You need to have a mixture between the End of Summers and the Draculas and some Losers in there.
Exactly. Something like Borderline's not like the most boundary-pushing song of all time, yet it's still one of his best, one of his most enjoyable.
Yeah.
And that served as the lead single as well, which people did have mixed reviews for as well when it came out. So I think...
Yeah, very similar vibe actually now we think of it, in terms of, as in Borderline for the Slow Rush and Dracula for the upcoming album. I think that's probably going to be similar.
Yeah, I think people are maybe just going to... Like, the Slow Rush is now received very well. It was not received very well at first, but now people are like calling it a classic and that sort of stuff. I feel like it could be a similar situation just because it's not his traditional sound with the psych rock or... the most boundary-pushing pop album of all time. I think people are still going to find a lot of value in the listening experience. And
sure.
For someone like me, I was just saying, his music is always going to resonate with me. So it's very hard for him to make a god-awful song.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Let us know what are your favourite Tame Impala songs down in the comments. What else should we react to in future? Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
Goodbye.